on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Azim and Kevon, featuring myself, Jade. And it is a beautiful Thursday morning right here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. How are you guys doing? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Today is January 27th, and just like that, again, January is out the door. What a festive January it has been. As I said yesterday, I think it's time for us to start over next month because January was just a test. And we have failed. I'm not going to lie. We have failed this test in a big way. It has been so chaotic every day. It's just like chapters in a series. I wonder who's going to be the main the main character today, who is going to be in the spotlight. Yesterday was very festive. But a lot of things happening surrounding this story that we did yesterday, where somebody seemed to have made themselves sick by putting a roach in their burger at a popular restaurant. And that just produced many memes, many talking points, many videos, many screenshots, all of these things. One thing I want to tell y'all, right? And I'm nowhere on her side or anything, but y'all need better friends. Y'all need better friends. As humans, as people, we all need better friends. Because I can guarantee you, my friends would never leak any screenshots from me.
Screenshot leak?
Good morning.
Morning.
First of all.
Screenshots leaking?
Yeah, you didn't see yesterday when...
I don't see nothing.
For sure? Oh yeah, I forget you.
I don't see nothing.
I forget, sorry.
Morning, everybody.
But yes, I was explaining to the listeners and viewers that, you know, friendship should be based on trust.
What?
And I said should be. And
Friendship seems to be based on mutual gain.
Yes,
But,
unfortunately.
yeah.
But it shouldn't be.
Right.
Like, for instance, if me and you have a conversation, I don't expect to see our conversation floating around
Oh, no.
the WhatsApps.
No.
I've
You're not diamond energy.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had to worry about that, actually. Thankfully.
Oh, you got.
I mean, not good. I don't. What it would be in here?
This is woodish. It's wood-like.
Wood adjacent. But yeah, I've never had to worry about any of my friends leaking conversations between myself and them.
So conversations being in leak?
What?
Okay.
Listen, yesterday was the first. I think I sent the apology video to you, but
Yeah. I happened to run into that on a status last night. After the first 8 minutes, I just had to stop by.
but you, I watched your thing.
What?
Yeah, man.
I'm not by. I couldn't get through it.
Bye, oh bye. But yes, WhatsApp stats conversations were leaked. Friends were saying, "Yeah, I believe you," and then proceeds to. Either the friend leaked this conversation or she leaked this conversation. Somebody leaked this conversation.
Wow. Well, we seeing it. So.
Yeah, we all saw it.
Interesting.
Videos and you know, we had angles, we had excuses. Like one of the excuses that I saw was that she was adding black pepper to her burger. But however, I've never seen clumped black pepper. Have you? Maybe I am just not culinarily inclined. Have you seen clumped?
No.
Not only that, the black pepper shaker was on the table. So I don't know. Yeah, that one didn't go over well.
So wait, this was a friend of this was a friend of the person
Yes.
who was trying to create excuses for the person?
No, this was the person creating excuses to her friend.
Oh.
Yes.
But in the well, at least the 8 minutes of the apology that I listened, she literally said it was a roach.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, yeah, we all saw it. So, like, you know, if you apologize, remember when we said what we said about apologies?
Yeah.
And I must say kudos to her for
Really?
what, she apologized?
Really?
Kudos to her for apologizing?
No.
You know how hard it is for people to apologize? You know how much time they tell people apologize and they don't do it? Especially when they know they're wrong, dead wrong, we could see they're wrong.
But Jade, what apology do?
Measure. All I know that she apologized. But yeah, she might.
The apologies for me.
Not gonna lie, she might got a little lawsuit coming. I'm not gonna lie.
But okay, this is my thing. It's obvious that you don't always know what's in a man's heart, right?
Clearly.
We don't know.
Or bag.
Right.
We don't know what's in their heart or their bag.
Or their palm. Or their burger, apparently. But you don't know what's in a man's heart.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times when things resonate with you a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
When people are being organic and authentic, it resonates differently.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I consider myself someone who tries to be very open to these types of frequencies, right?
Uh-huh.
And the frequency that was when I think that's why I couldn't get through it either.
Yeah, because you could have sensed it.
I just wasn't sensing
Sincerity?
sincerity.
it felt more like I have to apologize because everybody see it and everybody talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I guess you could give kudos for that, but like for me, it's just like, yeah, the sincerity goes a long way for me.
Yeah, I mean it should for everybody.
Yeah, and like I said, like, okay, so what I mean,
I don't know, friend.
to me it almost feels like an attempt to mitigate the obvious shame that she's experiencing and the dragging that will ensue over the next. This one got to last for at least a week.
No, this one gonna last long, man. Because we've seen some things, but we've never seen nothing like that.
Bye.
Like, we've seen some things as him.
Hey, you can't do these things at a restaurant literally called Truth.
It will come out.
The restaurant literally named Truth.
And you tried to lie.
Wow.
You tried to lie.
Man.
That was crazy because not only did... okay, I think it would have been one thing if we saw just the video, like there was nothing else but just a video of somebody eating a roach burger.
Right.
But the fact that she made it seem like the restaurant did something and the owner did something and all of these things, right? I think that's what really like triggered a lot of people.
You know what? The other thing too for me with the apology, you can't lie to me in the apology.
Oh, which part was the lie?
Oh, I wasn't trying to get nothing.
That's
I wasn't trying.
not true, sis. Because
but we saw it though.
Yeah, we
like
did.
We saw
the outcome. If you weren't trying to get anything, there wouldn't be any screenshots of you saying, "Oh, you're going to the police and whatever else."
And getting the law involved and all
like,
of these
if
things.
It wasn't
like,
if your intention wasn't that, then you wouldn't have put. And then the thing for me too is like, why are you hiding where you got the watch?
Where's she get?
She said she's not disclosed.
She's not disclosed. Oh, I didn't get all the way down there.
I said, is this like a secret watch society that she ain't supposed to tell us about or something?
I was about to say, like...
What
Is there a black market for roaches?
Clearly, in saying it.
You're like, man, I can't let that information.
Yeah, boy, that was the weirdest part. She was like, yeah, I can't disclose I get a watch. And I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah,
is this a secret?
She said that? Yo, that is insane. Yo, that's crazy.
No, it was.
It's
I
crazy,
was like,
man.
what do you mean you can't say where you get a watch from?
What do you mean you can't say where you get the watch from?
That is privileged information.
Like, that there's like when...
Well, I'm going to tell you when I reach the party.
That there's like when police catch the young girl with the gun in she purse, and then she just said, I can't tell you where you get it from. Like, who are you protecting?
That is understandable.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like that, but you just don't.
What watch society she protecting?
She got a dealer. That's what kind of. She got a roach dealer. She got a roach dealer, and like she's hey snitches get stitches, yeah.
She want to watch that. She want to watch. Suppose she go outside and all the watch she just gang out every time. You see that the interview the watch?
Oh yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Had a lot to say.
Watch it. Singit is a crazy. Singit is a crazy place, yeah.
Somebody said she probably thief it.
That might make sense.
She stole a roach.
That
kidnapped a roach.
It might be kidnapping.
Yeah.
Or roach napping.
Roach napping.
Yeah, what's
Justice for the roach.
Bye.
Justice for the roach, bye.
Bye, I don't know. But yeah, the thing for me was the obvious lies in the apology. Then at that point, your credibility is in question.
She could have just said, yes, I tried to do this.
That's all. I tell you already, Jade, I done been in a position, so I ain't gonna forget, what apologies, I ain't gonna forget. I was the one put in a weird position to God give one, You understand where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
The apology condemns the act.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have to describe the act to condemn it.
Yeah.
You can't sugarcoat it. You can't, make it into something that it's not. No, you have to literally, describe the act, condemn it, and ensure the persons who you transgressed that it won't happen again. That's what it's about.
Simple.
That's why here.
Yeah, that's why here neither. It was very weird. It was a very off apology. I mean, I'm just saying kudos to her for actually apologizing. For putting herself. I don't. You know what? Yeah.
She ain't no kudos for me, bye.
Well.
Zilch.
Nada.
She getting one less.
Nothing.
She getting one less kudo from me. Than how much roaches in she burger.
Wow.
How much? So.
You know, she put me off burgers for a bit now. Me gonna lie.
No, I don't eat veggie burgers, so
Yeah.
make I rub with me.
She put me off burgers for a while, bye.
Hey.
And I love a good fruit burger, you know. Man.
But I hear a lot of people with that
Why them
energy.
burgers bad?
Yeah, I hear a lot of
Listen, the
people with that
burgers
energy.
licking. And the thing is, for me, like, why would you say that you were trying to get a free burger? 60 burgers, $10. You're poisoning yourself for $10?
Poison yourself.
That make no sense.
But Jade,
That make no sense.
why just not eat any? She wasn't even on a date or anything
No,
like.
and if she's saying that she had bad service, like, then just leave. Or whatever she said, the reason for doing it, just leave.
Just do not spend your money
Why
there.
would you pull a roach out your pocket? However you pull
Just
it from.
do not.
And poison yourself. This is very weird. I'm not gonna lie.
That is all I'm
This
saying.
is this the Matson in this one.
Jade, we.
There are many like no, I'm just going on
Yeah.
her apology.
Yeah. That is what that's the point I'm making.
Yeah, based on her apology, sis, this ain't make no sense. I'm not gonna lie to you. This ain't make no sense. Because
Like it look for me, and of course I could be wrong. I've been wrong before,
Yeah,
and
man.
probably will
You're
be wrong
human.
again.
You're human.
But my view on this whole thing, this was just premeditated.
Well, friend.
No, not based on what she's saying.
Oh.
You understand?
Yeah,
so
but
it was
the fact that you had
premeditated, and the business place was targeted.
Well, duh.
That's
because the fact that you had a roach tuck where.
no,
Like-
she didn't say she get the vote. So
I know,
maybe
that's why I said tuck where.
maybe that was just like, she wrote suit or something.
Yeah, the fact that you had a whole you're stupid.
My
The fact that she had a whole roach tuck where, you can't tell me that there was no ill intention. Because it's not like she just looked down on the floor, sat a roach and said, you know what? I got something for them. No. The roach wasn't there. So that means you brought the roach to the restaurant. Who walks around with roaches?
that is why I'm not believing anything. No, I didn't sense sincerity. But at the same time, this is another thing. This is another thing that I want to put out in the ether. I ain't big on public apologies.
You're not big on them?
No, I'm not big on public apologies if the offense wasn't committed in the public. Right? You hear what I'm saying? So I didn't need to see no apology. She needed to go to the business place, to the business owners, right? And speak to them about whatever. Like I didn't need to see it. That's what I'm saying?
We didn't need to see the roach, but we did. So.
Bye.
we didn't need to see none of this, but we did. So
No, we needed to see it because had we not seen it, we know what would have been the outcome for the business place. And that is the thing that
but that's
keeps.
why she had to apologize.
That's the thing what keep.
publicly.
That's the thing what keep like ringing from here is like.
This business place could have been
Oh
destroyed, man.
People invest thousands and thousands of dollars, right, to build something. You have an idea, you sacrifice to build something, and then people just for their own selfish reasons have no issue. We just totally destroying everything.
Unprovoked.
My mother's here.
Unprovoked, you know.
That is scary, you know?
Bad as I thought about this since I saw the video. Actually tweeted about people doing things like these unprovoked, right? Because after I watched the video, I was just like, I went to lay down and I was just like, you see how easy people could just try to damage you?
That's what I'm telling you, Jade. Jade, we have this, okay, generally we move around thinking that if you don't transgress against people, people ain't gonna transgress
No, that's
about
not
you.
how it works,
No, that
man.
ain't how we go by.
Not
That ain't
at
how we go.
all. Bro, just this morning I said, bye. I pray nobody plotting on. I mean, somebody probably is. But I pray, I pray I'm protected enough that their ill intentions don't work on me. Bye.
Jade, you got people who just ain't like you.
For no reason.
But no, they probably have their reason, you know.
Oh,
It's just
God.
that you ain't privy to it. Like you
And
totally in the dark, you know.
Like you.
You no, you see, that is the issue.
You want me to care why people ain't like me?
I see.
Unprovoked? Like I can't fix it?
No. There's not. It's not even about trying to fix it or whatever. Change the music. It ain't even about fixing it or whatever. It's just look. There's sometimes where you end up losing out because of issues that happening between you and somebody. No, my thing is this. I actually mind less if I know why you don't like me. Like if there's some issue that went on between us and then you operating accordingly, for me that is okay. You understand? I guess because I'm in a position where my decisions affect people because I have to pay people.
Yeah.
So like, I'm
The
very
industry you're in, yeah.
and I'm very aware of like, and for instance, there's been situations like that where I can go to people who look to me to be able to bring in income to them and be like, hey guys, such and such going on with me and such and such and such, and so this is how we're affecting us, and I can tell them manfully this is why it is going on, and you understand? I could be held accountable for that, support or whatever it is, right? So everything in the open. But when you literally have no idea what's going on, like, that's a mystic place to be in here.
Bye.
No, it's not saying that you lose sleep over it or anything,
No.
but it's just like, okay, this is strange. You know what I mean?
But the world is strange, as in.
But-
The world is a strange. We live in a very strange place. How strange for a video to be shot, if not, and no interrogation. How strange for a video to be shot if not anticipated. Well,
What? No, places have security footage. What, like,
Yeah, me understand.
what people really got, like, what? The cameras, what?
Make sure I understand.
Yeah,
what
maybe
he's
we
saying.
didn't understand what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe we didn't understand.
Maybe he talking about the apology.
Something else.
Yeah, maybe he talking about the apology.
I don't know.
I don't know either,
I
but
don't know.
but yeah, I encourage all business places to get security systems because this could be you. This could have been you. Imagine if he didn't have a security system, it would have been his word against hers, and nobody was gonna believe him.
Nobody.
Nobody was gonna believe him because you know how weird it is. Too.
No,
This
you would
is
never.
somebody-
You would never. Look, Jade. But I'm telling you this. You know, Jade. Jade,
Oh
this
my
is the
gosh.
thing about it, right?
Take kisses in your flower. Hello, that's Jamaica. You don't put that on us.
But what I'm saying, Jade, is you're talking about people who would have never believed, right? There are people who are watching the video and still refuse
Yeah,
to acknowledge what they're seeing, you know,
yeah.
because
I
it's just so, and it's not
I
a
saw
knock
people
on
say-
them.
Yeah, I saw
It's
people
just-
say
it's so-
maybe the owner recreated. I say you think this person gonna recreate? Yeah, I think people got that kind of time on their hands.
No, but how?
I don't know.
Like, but how? You know what I mean? Like, but like I said, maybe that's why the apology is good too, because they can't say the owner like
And-
CGI the apology
But
either.
the thing is, right?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I think there's another thing that I realized yesterday. A lot of people don't know how to deal with these types of situations. They like, for
I
instance,
don't know how to deal with it.
I mean, understandably, understandably so. Like, I wouldn't know how to.
This would be outside of my experience.
Me too.
I would have to
But
consult somebody.
Business people, business owners, people, entrepreneurs, anybody with a business. When somebody has a transgression against you, do not speak to that person directly. Get your lawyers involved.
Oh yeah.
Because he was trying to he was trying to go back and forth with the lady at one point. But all he was saying is bring your lawyers and whatever. But people stop because remember she tried to say that he was a part of it in one day the screenshots, you know. Like she literally tried to say that the man tried to shut down his own business.
Yeah, what people really be saying, man? Like I didn't see all the screenshots, but I
Yeah, no. It
but-
was a busy day yesterday, friend. I'm
but-
not gonna lie to you.
I was just happy looking at the memes and the the commentary.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
quite entertaining.
But yeah, like
Quite
that is a huge point you made there, Jade.
No, it's true.
There are some issues that are so potentially damaging, right? That perhaps the best course of action is mediation.
Yes.
Sometimes you just need the two parties involved need to just separate and come to the table or go to the courtroom, with representation, because
I know what. Listen,
it could get really sticky.
You know how easy. If I was a lawyer, you know how easy it would have been for me to win this case. Case in point. How you know where you eat? How you know that is like a roach you eat? How would
She studied antennae.
she study what?
Antennae.
Oh, really?
But no, what happened is I had a roach one time when I was 7, and I will never forget
The taste?
that taste.
So why you keep chewing?
Me say the taste bad.
Boy, I'm gonna let you, right? I watched that video a lot. And you know what I realized? That was very troubling to me. Besides the fact that
No, a lot of, I know,
mean-
in addition to.
in addition to the fact that she put it there, you realize when she eat it, she ain't flinch.
Jade.
She ain't flinch, she ain't
Jade.
gag, no nothing. I
Jade,
said she
all
was
of that
eating
was going
roaches
through
all
my
the time.
no, all of that went through my mind from the start. From the start. That is why yesterday, I literally was saying, I am hoping that what was happening was that it was something edible, that it wasn't an actual roach. That was I saying that yesterday because for that same point, because I didn't understand how. And that's what I was saying. Yeah, you got to applaud the level of commitment here.
Yeah, because
The level of commitment was applaudable. That's probably the only thing I was just like, wow.
Sis ain't flinch, sis ain't gag, sis just ate it like this is a condiment, this is another dare.
Raisins,
I said, what in the world?
Like a raisin it.
Listen,
Not a roach in it.
That day I had me, that video left me with so many unanswered questions, boy. So
That
many.
left me the headache.
Yeah.
You hear me say I got to run, I had to delete that video there.
And for the people asking how we know is a roach, well, she said it.
She said it.
She literally said
She
it.
said it.
In
She's
her
the one.
apology video.
She said it was a roach, so much so that I'm being told that she also made sure to include that she wasn't going to divulge where she got the roach.
Help me. Sis, what the hell, man? Listen, you know what? Sis might need some help.
Might. That is what I'm saying
No,
yesterday.
sis might need some help for
I'm
you.
saying, to me, this
To all of us.
this screams of desperation.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
I don't want to believe it's just like greed and wickedness.
No, because
I want to
there's
believe
a
that-
lot of easier ways for you to go to greed and wickedness. There's a lot of easier ways. Like she literally didn't have to eat it, and it's the eating part lets me know.
That is what I am saying.
Yeah,
Jade.
it's the eating part lets me know sis might need some help, like some psychological help, because it's wanting to drop the roach in the burger.
And say, hey, there's a roach in my burger. What is?
Yeah, like what is? But sis dedication led her to eating it.
Yeah, so to me that is what screams that
Something
there's something deep at play
Yeah,
here.
something
There's
right.
something deep at play here. It might be
Yeah,
desperation,
yeah.
it might be mental illness. I don't know why it is bad.
Like jokes aside,
Yep.
you eat a roach for $10? No, something wrong. Something wrong for you. And again, we're going based on what she said and what we all saw, okay? And what the roach said as well, because
Yeah, the roach had a lot to say.
The roach had a lot to say,
The roach had
as
a
he
lot to
should.
say. Yeah.
The man said he just did.
The man ain't wanted to be no. The man didn't want to be famous.
Yeah, the man wants to be a part of this.
But to me, it's like the interview him up the airport. You think he was trying to leave?
I would have tried to do that too.
But yeah, probably a lot of
Embarrass
attention.
me.
Yeah, a lot of attention.
How the man
Didn't
go back
ask
to
for this.
because how the man gonna go back to the roach colony now? Everybody done see the video?
But yeah. It's funny when you get caught up into people's wild stories and wild plans, and then you're just
Unprovoked.
you're looking stupid now.
Unprovoked.
Yeah, he right to try to leave the country.
Yeah, man. Where you gonna put me in this? Where you gonna put me in this situation?
What does it say about me? And guys, I do recognize that it's something about me. That when I started imagining the position of the roach had a Guyanese accent.
What?
After I went through the mental exercise
Sorry.
of just trying to wonder.
Sorry?
Of just trying to wonder like what the position of the roach was.
You said the roach had a guy.
In my mind, like I look
Why?
back at the conversation I had in my mind. I was like, wait, why the roach Guyanese? I might need some help.
Your friend.
I might need some help. I think I have some.
I think you need some help for you because what you said.
Yeah, I have some issues, and I love Guyanese people. Some of my best friends are Guyanese. As a matter of fact, some of the sweetest people. As a matter of fact, I hear thinking about it now.
What the
I really need some help because Guyanese people seem to be the most neighborly people. I don't know why it is.
I just sorry.
Seem to be the most big up
God.
Kumar one time, bye.
I just want to know what you're feeling.
They're the most neighborly people, bye. I don't know. Like, they're so nice.
So you think the watch went on a date? Like, may
I don't know.
what you
I don't know. I don't know.
watch like.
I don't know. I'm admitting. Look,
going on in your head?
Jade, I'm admitting that look, nobody's perfect, okay?
Yo, I'm done. I am done.
I'm also
God.
battling with that. I'm also battling that the fact that I may be a bit bougie. I may be a bit bougie. I'm coming to the
What?
realization. This
Why you
like
think so?
last night I recognized it, Jade. Last night I recognized that I may be a bit elitist and bougie and
Because
I mean, this on national radio. Okay.
I mean, you don't say worst things.
So
So I mean, I was winning.
I didn't get to go and buy water. Right? But I need water to survive.
Yes, we all do.
So I put some tap water in my bottle.
Oh, you should say we're watching you under the mask.
Okay, so any elitist thing then?
No, but
Okay.
tap water, it is good. Oh,
Because
I'm not drinking tap water. You're
because
crazy.
I know some people. So see what happened. I drank it initially.
Not me.
No problem. Go about my business. Last night I come back to the bottle, opened the bottle and was like, oh,
Smell weird, innit?
weird, man.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if it's the chlorine.
I don't know what it is, but I do not put that in my stomach.
I don't know if it's the chlorine. Like, it just smell weird, man.
Yeah, it smells weird to me. It tastes weird to me.
But it did taste weird. But like, I think the smell is what had me. And I was like, but wait, the people who just drink this normal. As a matter of fact, I know one lady who refuses to drink bottled water because she said she done accustomed to the tap water and she prefers the tap water. So I was there saying, is it me who's elitist?
No, friend,
okay.
it's not. I don't think
Okay.
it's an elitist thing either. I honestly do not.
That don't
think-
really go with my brand. Like, elitists don't really go with my brand.
No, I've never felt elitist from you.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not drinking no tap water. You crazy?
Okay, so
Don't have whose stomach?
I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
Boy, I'll listen. I'll dehydrate
I'll walk around like a patch nuts before you.
before I put that in my stomach. I am sorry.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is they're trying to kill in the water where they
I
got
don't
so
know.
much chlorine.
Us?
Oh, us.
Us.
Oh, okay.
Cause not me.
Like, I considering buying water to bathe in now. Like, it's
No,
ridiculous.
no. Ain't of that.
Jade,
Ain't of that,
Jade,
ain't
I
of that.
was appalled.
I would be too. I trust me. I can't drink.
Wow.
I can't drink tap water. I cannot drink no tap water. You see much. You see when we go shopping, there, just grab case. Like, me?
Yeah.
You crazy? Drink which tap water?
Why?
Not happening. But anyway, let's jump into some other stories.
Elitist Taliban.
I mean, you're kind of dressed kind of militant today, I'm gonna lie to you.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
This was probably subconsciously me fighting back against the
They see at the
elitists.
airport now? Or you're bringing that?
I tired bills. Hey, Timo, you want me vote next election? Done with this camouflage nonsense, please.
You think?
You want me to tell you? Yeah, like,
That's how he gonna get your vote, friend? You're worse than these people who want fridge and so.
Jade, if they could think that giving me a fridge could give me the vote, I could convince them that taking up the thing will give me the vote too.
Yeah, sure.
Like, they want me vote for them for all kind of things. Like, I can't put something out there too.
Hold on. Wait. Neve, separate yourself from us over this incident?
I mean, if this is what they choose to, I really can't blame them.
But Neve said we can't come back over because we're here eating roaches.
Yeah, like, I could understand that because Nevis has some of the best fine dining in the
Yeah,
Federation.
look how just embarrassing us, so boy. Hey, I'm vexed, you know?
Oh, bye. But yeah.
What you were saying, friend? Sorry.
I was just saying that the reason why this whole camouflage thing is so ridiculous is because
They don't wear these things, friend.
the military forces don't wear camouflage.
They don't.
They don't wear camouflage. So I could
What do
literally,
they wear?
mainly green fatigues. So, like, I could literally go down to any cloth store in St. Kitts, buy the material, make an actual military uniform. Nobody's studying that. But no, you're going camouflage. Which
No, they got to come off. They got to
Jade,
throw your bag when you go
they
back.
literally be taking away the camouflage that is meant to hide you in snow. It doesn't snow here.
And the pink ones and
The
stuff.
pink and the green and the blue.
I've never seen our, maybe it's me, but I've never seen our special forces wear these colors. So I don't understand it either.
Yo,
And
they don't wear
taking
camouflage.
our short pants and jackets. And so I'm like, bro, okay, first of all, y'all was saying that the reason that we was removing camouflage is because we didn't want the bad people to start getting ideas and robbing people using camouflage. No, I don't think I've ever seen a thief, right, in short shorts.
Jade, but not only that, Jade.
Is it
If
me?
you're going to rob somewhere and you come out, you and your friend, let's say you and 3 people going to rob somewhere, and all are you going camouflage walking into the place, like that draws more attention to you than anything else.
Yeah, man. I feel like
And not only that, we're at a point now where everybody walking around in masks.
I was just about to say this is more concerning than camouflage because
Aye.
we are all masked up now. So camouflage shouldn't really be the big issue.
Alright, I just don't understand where we're going with these archaic laws, right?
And that don't change. I don't know why they don't just...
Okay, but I'll just stop enforcing it.
Simple.
Just stop enforcing it.
Because a lot of these laws, literally, if you sit down and think about them, they don't make sense. Like, for instance, the law where it's that a woman cannot rape a man because she cannot penetrate him. Stupid. Because we know that's not true. So why do we still have these laws that make no sense on the books?
Yeah, because how sex is defined, yeah.
Yeah, like
And
it's
rape, yeah.
so...
How rape is defined, so yeah.
We gotta change these laws, man. We gotta overhaul the judicial system, and without the ones that we know are archaic, they don't apply. They don't make sense. Times have changed, but the laws has not changed. How would that make sense?
Yeah, every couple of weeks they're bringing out SROs, but they can't change it.
Anyway, you're right, friend.
What's going on in the world, man?
So
It's tea.
Indeed. So as you per usual, here is your latest COVID update. As of Wednesday, 26th January, we have 37 confirmed cases in the last 24 hours, bringing our total number to 5,368 with 519 active cases. So the active cases basically cut in half. We're going good.
Jade, I just always find it so interesting how perspective is a mystic thing, yeah? Perspective is a mystic thing. Like, we like, oh, we're doing good, 500 cases. Perspective is a mystic thing, yeah? Bye. I remember we had one. Jade, you remember we were at a place where we had 0 cases. 0.
Yeah.
Well, no, we didn't have 0. Well, based on what I'm going to say. I think we had...
Bobby was on 5, you know.
No, you know what I'm going to say.
Oh.
I think we had... It was on the 20 cases. It was on the 20 cases.
And we were panicking.
Not panicking, you know. And we were told that we could only go to the supermarket. No, that the only place we could go is to the supermarket and the doctor.
Oh, yeah, man.
And only on specific days of the week.
Boy,
based on where you live in the country. Now we got 500 cases. And everybody like, yes! Thank God.
I mean, why you want us though?
Perspective is a mystic thing.
Small wins.
Context. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
small
like,
wins.
different variant and vaccination thing and all that.
Listen,
but the perspective is interesting to me. Like,
I'm so happy to just be past where we were when the pandemic first started, because that was depressing. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I think about what we had to go through in that pandemic, not when it first started, but when we started being affected by it. Like, I could still remember that first day we had 1 confirmed corona case, you know?
Yeah.
I went come on, my son.
Yep.
I went straight to his school and I got him.
Yep.
Took him home. And that was when we had 1 beer case.
But the other thing that's interesting too is the shift in perspective from from people. When I first started hearing about this corona thing, like maybe it would have been in December, right? When it was just in China. I remember my family went to dinner. Who birthday in November, by?
Yeah.
Somebody birthday in November. So we went to dinner.
You know.
We went to dinner. And I remember we having a conversation at the table about Corona, and my brother was just there like, "But this is gonna be serious," yeah? And I was there like, "But please, this is like a little flu."
Uh-huh.
So nobody's saying that. Yeah?
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. But a week later, Jade, a week later, I was like, I was wrong.
Very wrong too.
I was wrong.
But I feel like that's how all of us felt. I feel like that was the
well, not all of us, because there's some people till today don't believe that this thing is real. And that's a reality. I'm talking about people in the Federation here. A lot of times we don't think these people exist in some backward country in Michigan somewhere. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I still watching a lot of y'all sideways, you know, when I had the when they had the 5G talk.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I started watching a lot of y'all differently, like, y'all can't be real. Y'all literally cannot be real. Y'all had people really out here believing that 5G is what's causing corona.
Yeah. 5G is causing other problems.
But not
But
corona.
I don't know about corona.
That is definitely not one of them.
Yeah.
Y'all literally said that let me get it together. They said the 5G, no, they said they used corona to get everybody inside so they could secretly put up the antennas
They
for
mean
5G.
Yeah, that was one of them, yeah.
And the 5G is going to what? Manipulate your brain and I'm like, y'all need to go outside to touch some grass. I feel like we're inside too long. Y'all need to go outside to touch some grass because what are you saying?
But the antenna's been going up with us outside, like.
I've never had to go inside for them to put up an antenna. Ever. You know what's kind of interesting though? That one time when I think it was the oil truck. A lot of us has never heard the oil truck because usually we just be at work and stuff.
Right. The tanker.
We taught them the
aliens
we
reach.
literally thought like,
Aliens
yeah,
reach.
this is it. Because none of us could figure out what that sound was.
Yeah.
And it was so strange.
Yeah.
Man, that early pandemic was a while, boy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it taught me a lot about humans, I could tell you that.
Yeah, man.
And I'm still learning. I'm learning about myself. Because one of the things that was interesting to me, I had no qualms about being inside. Not one.
Yeah, call your leg inside.
It was pretty normal to me. And so it was strange for me when I would hear people. It was literally strange for me, I could admit it. Like, hearing people go, oh my God, I just want to get outside. It's like, okay.
I think what happened is that most of us don't mind being inside, you know. The issue is being inside against your will.
I think that is definitely part of it. But Jade, there are people who just not like the house.
And they have reasons for that. Some of them have terrible, some people suffering inside, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people going inside takes a lot out of them because it's toxic.
Not only that, Jade, some of them people live by themselves, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people who literally can't stand their own company.
Yeah,
They have to numb themselves with all types of external like an external forces, no.
Yeah, those are people that need therapy. I'm by myself majority of the time. Like majority of the time when I leave the show and leave work, I go home. If my son not there, I by myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't mind. You know much things I could find to do? Sleep.
Yeah. Like the thing about me, the thing for me with the beginning of the pandemic was, ironically, one of the things that I told myself I was going to try to do better in 2020 was
2020?
In 2020.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah. One of the things that I told myself at the beginning of 2020 I was gonna do is be a little more social, you know, get out a little more.
Yeah, I think you've been doing a good job.
Okay.
I've seen you out twice. I've seen you out twice, friend. That's a vast improvement.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, so it was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then it's like, no, everybody gotta be inside. So it was just so ironic that how that played out. But yeah, that in itself was so ironic. So I think people have been learning about themselves, and for me, it's about balance, right? Like it's all well and good to be like, oh, I could be inside all the time. That's probably not a good thing. And not being able to be inside, that's probably not a good thing either.
No.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. It was rough all over me because
Yeah.
you need balance.
You
We need
definitely do.
balance. We need to be able to enjoy our own company. But still, as humans, we're social animals. So we need to socialize. We need to be around other humans. We need to interact. We need. Yeah. I always wonder, in 10, 15 years, what we're going to recognize, the effects from this point are going to be, especially on the kids.
10 to 50. Oh, you mean
and
kids?
And the children.
I could tell you what it is on adults right now.
Because I'm going to tell you something that it's no coincidence that we see now this push into VR, the metaverse, all these things around this time, right? And what happening is a lot of these kids, they spend so much time indoors, so much time having to just, especially them children who had no siblings.
Yeah, boy.
You're just home, find a device and get into trouble and don't tell nobody.
Yep. That is
so fact. And in 15 years, these are going to be the adults. These are going to be the people who basically live in have a choice about which version of the world they want to live in. They want to live in the virtual reality world or they want to live in the real world.
Yep. And I think a lot of them going to gravitate more to the virtual world because that's what they're accustomed to.
No, not only that's what they're accustomed to, Jade, but you can be what you want.
Oh, that's true too.
Jade, imagine a place where you could be as popular as you want, look anyhow you want, like have as much money as you want.
Yeah.
Like be around people who all think like you, are into what you're into. If you think right now we're rough with people being in the little information bubbles, what do you think it can be like when you could literally just log on every day to a whole community of people who just literally think like you, into the same things you're into? Like people are not gonna leave, Jade.
Why would they?
Exactly.
It's comfort. It is comforting to be in that world because you know you control your space. When you're out in the real world, you don't have that much. If you really think about it, you don't have that much control over everything. You know, you can control yourself, and you barely can do that.
That's barely that.
You barely that.
You see, Google released the Haptic gloves.
What's that?
It's like gloves you put on now, so now you could feel things in the metaverse. Like you could pick up things, like you actually feel it now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The whole Haptic suit's coming, eh?
Wow.
So literally, you'll feel everything like, so you know what dude's gonna be doing with that. But
listen, y'all don't make this weird, please.
Jade,
do not make this weird, please.
Jade,
I mean, it's already weird.
But Jade, let me explain something to you that a lot of people do not like to admit. For years upon years upon years, and when I'm saying years, I mean talking about 10, 15, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of years, right? A lot of human innovation has been driven by sex and men's desire to have it.
Yeah, we know.
Or to engage with it in some way.
We know.
The internet, Jade. You see when you go on Amazon, Shein, wherever else, eBay, and like put in your credit card information to buy something. Why things start at there?
What?
Porn.
Oh yes, when they used to be calling the hotlines them.
It's porn, Jade.
And giving
like online payments were put in place to facilitate pornography. Yeah?
No, I believe you. I remember as a child, unfortunately, I used to see all these hotline numbers that you could call and all you have to do is give them your
credit card information. Yeah. That sounds crazy now, eh?
What? Imagine you calling somebody to give them your credit card information, you know.
Watch it. But the internet was.
By scammers, probably watch it. If scammers was a thing in that era, right?
Jade,
oh my God.
Jade, when I was in fourth farm, right? Me and a friend of mine, he was a bit older than me. We literally had a help hotline, you know.
A help hotline for what?
We had a help hotline for people with relationship advice, you know.
What?
Jade, I kid you not.
You and your friend?
Me and my friend. I'm in Fort Farm and sneaking.
Why are more relationships?
People calling me from Michigan, from Atlanta.
Long time is an entrepreneur, boy.
Jade, and that's what I'm saying. If I had any sense, I'd have been charging for this.
But you'd have been rich. You'd have been the richest Fort Farmer.
I got some gifts. I ain't gonna tell you that. I got some gifts. But my partner was more on the gifting because he had a little more freedom. He was a little older. For me, it kind of mystic when the house phone ringing 2 o'clock in the morning and somebody want to talk to me.
I especially in the household you live in, your mom probably like, no, as him.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
But yeah, because them days we used to market on MSN.
the man had a whole business.
Business called PPC.
I don't even.
PPC. Hey, I got to call my partner ask him if you remember that there by.
But
I think he was getting like close answer from these people who were so grateful for the advice that he was giving them and so. Me don't want to have a profession. What PPC do you mean?
no, I don't feel like he would be good over the airways. Kids listening, not
No, it ain't even that. Like it's just like so lame and funny. Like
yeah,
we
well,
had
you in Fort Farm as a men expect you to come up with some groundbreaking name for a business that you ain't even realize is a business.
Yeah, what is yeah, exactly. I didn't even realize it was a business. But yeah, people would literally call us to talk about, you know, the issues that they're having with their boyfriend. They're feeling that he's not listening to them, like them kind of things. I mean, they're like, yeah, you know, we understand.
Yeah, you probably should, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, PPC by me, yeah, professional players click.
Professional players click. I
Yeah,
love it. I love
yeah.
it. That's vibes.
We had a whole like my
That's
partner.
nice.
My partner literally learned Photoshop. So we could do the little banner. So we could.
So how y'all had all these promotions going and y'all wasn't making no money? Y'all fumbled, man.
Watch it, but Jade, that is what is still happening today.
No, we know, but
Everybody literally just take all the content, put it up on all these social media sites. TikTok, boom, 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 boom. They're making billions of dollars and you're getting likes.
you know what? That's
It's
something
like-
I was saying the other day. Like people don't post regular things anymore. Everything is content. Everything, like even people who aren't content creators, they jumped into this weird space.
No,
where
everybody
everything
wants
is-
to be the star of their own show. That's really what's going on.
Okay. Well,
And what
you
is
know.
happening in the society now is that the currency that everybody is interested in interacting in is attention.
That's true.
So they just people just doing what they want for attention here. That is why I am so excited about what is like to come with like the internet and like, you know what they call it, like Web 3.0 now, right? And all of these things. Like I am up to last night, I just like running around on some of the new social media sites because they have like it's a whole different model. Like Web 1.0, you know, you could kind of go and look and see things online. So there'll be like a web page and you could scroll and you could see things and it might got a little link you could click and you go to something else.
Yeah.
But you basically were a consumer. Like the way the internet is now, you are a content creator, but you don't own any of the content.
Yeah.
Everything you post on Instagram, everything you post on Facebook is owned by these platforms. Like
Yeah.
they could do what they want with
You
it.
mean Meta, please. Call the people in by the right name.
Well, the social media site is still called Facebook,
Yeah, that's true.
right? Twitter, all these things, you don't own any of it.
No.
So the next iteration of the internet is when you, as the person who creates the content, curates the experience, everything, you own it. And so you could monetize it however you want and whatever. That's what we're moving to, right? But as it stands now, like, that's one of the reasons why I don't just, like, be posting up things all the time. Like, it just, for me, it's weird. Like, Facebook does nothing to make their platform attractive. Instagram, you got all these women who go and do this, do that on some of these social media sites. And it's like, the social media site making billions of dollars.
Every day. They're making billions every day, but every day they're generating money and you're not getting that money. Remember when they
And
were...
not only that, like they get like $5.95 and feel like they're making money.
No, it's very hard for you to... I don't think a lot of people understand. For you to make money on these platforms, like, for example, YouTube, you know how much views you have to get just to get $1? They don't make money from the views.
That is why...
Especially since YouTube changed their...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they changed up how the algorithm
policy,
works
yeah.
and all of these things, like making money on these platforms became even more difficult. So that is why a lot of people depend on sponsors. They don't depend on the views they get. They depend on sponsors because anything can demonetize your video.
Jade, this is why when I start to talk to people about the decisions that they're making and the value proposition that they're engaging into, I'm just like, telling me that you're making money doesn't mean anything to me. Because $4.95 over the last year ain't really impressive. And when you look at what it is you're giving up and what the cost is to yourself, whether it is time, whether it is respect, whether it is just your personal image and reputation. Like if you're telling me all of that is what $4.95 a year,
Nope.
yeah, that you're not making a proper argument for me.
Yeah, no.
It's not. You're not making a proper argument to me. Like it's crazy, especially when there's just so much easier ways. Like I tell somebody the other day, kind of telling me by things rough. I said, okay, where you feel you'll be struggling? He said by monthly bills they'll be rough. I said, okay, cool. So pick a bill right now that you feel like you just got to question about whether or not you could pay it or not. Right?
I better go answer for everybody.
Which one?
Electricity.
Okay, electricity. That's exactly what he said.
See, I know.
I said, so why is your electricity bill?
Too much.
You give me a figure. I said, okay, cool. I said, if you're trying to make that money, what you gotta do, give yourself some smaller goals. So let's say you're trying to make $200 a month, right? It's either you sell one thing for $200 profit,
I sell
or sell a number of items for a smaller profit to get up to the $200. So I said, but the best thing to do is do it what you're into, what you like. Tell me what he into, what he like, and so I said, cool. I said, people know you like this? He said, yeah. I said, why they know? Because social media and so. I said, well, cool. So this is what you do. You can go, you can scour the internet for a place where you could find this at a cheaper price and know that you could pallet to make X amount of money. Figure out how much of them you got to sell at the markup to make it $200.
Did he?
Well, I see him posting things on your WhatsApp.
Your advice resonated then. That's
so he's
good.
selling the things then. But we can see. I tell him we'll check back in like 6 months. I say just try it.
That's all you got to do. Sometimes a lot of us feel like our idea is not going to resonate with other people, but we don't know because we don't try. Yeah. Sometimes we just have to take that leap of faith and try things.
But Jade, you ain't got to be Jeff Bezos, yeah?
No.
You ain't got to be Jeff Bezos. You're trying to pay electricity bill.
Yeah, we're trying to buy.
Like, yeah, trying to
buy the world.
If people know you as a man deep into shoes and so, people know like you already build up that cachet with your immediate like friends, contacts, whatever it is. Like, you can make a $50 on a shoes. Sell 4 shoes in a month. You can do that. 1 pair a week.
Yeah,
that's your bill there. Yeah?
I think that's doable.
That's your bill. There. No, part of it is people have to understand exactly what they're into. Like one of the things is they watch other people and work out. Oh, I could do that.
And that is often not true.
That's where they don't go wrong. You want to jump into what this man over here doing, and then you think.
No.
Figure out why is your thing. Yeah, figure out why is your thing.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
And
like, take time and build. I tell him do 6 months. The first month might be slow. The second month might be slow.
But you're gonna catch on eventually.
Yeah, don't worry, man. You can get work out.
Definitely. Sound advice from Uncle Royal this morning on ILNT, guys. But it's time for us to take a break because we have some interviews to jump into. Axman, no.
Axman,
no.
Bye.
No, Axman.
Bye. Go to the back of the class.
Bye.
Put your face in the corner. Don't come out until we come back from the break.
Oh my God. Yes, guys, we'll take a very short break and be right back with more ILNT. Stay tuned.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Supermarket shoppers understand that convenience matters. At Hortsport's Value Mart IGA, we know that price matters most. Ample parking and the widest variety matter. At Hortsport's Value Mart IGA, we know that price matters most. Clean, spacious aisles and the highest level of customer service all matter. At Hortsport's Value Mart IGA, price matters most. We've renewed our commitment to guarantee the lowest prices in the Federation. Why? Because we understand that in this tough economic environment, price matters most. Shop smart. Shop Value Mart, where price matters most. Farms Estate Nevis and Wellington Road, St. Kitts.
Price matters most.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN with your faves. As I'm Sans Kevan, featuring Jade, Gwenny Edito, Matta Stewart, CPL Johnson.
Hi.
But Jade, we are joined, friend of the show, been here a few times.
Yeah, by now.
His
we can call him
name,
a friend of the show.
Yeah, and Jade, his name is nowhere as long as yours. But we have Mr. Vian Blake back with us here on Island Tea, joining us via Zoom. Good morning. So how are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you, and happy to be back.
Yes, Mr. Vian Blake is the business banking officer at Republic Bank. He's here to talk to us about
The conversion.
Yeah, the conversion, which is happening next week, actually,
Yeah,
February
February
1st. Yes. So he came to give us some information and do a little chit chat on how this is going to play out.
Yeah, we've spoken about this a few times,
yeah.
Jade. Mr. Blake, I know you've been talking to us about persons being able to pick up their cards and just the entire conversion process, as well as answering several questions as it relates to concerns persons might have about the entire process. And I'm sure that's what we're going to be continuing the conversation with today.
Yes, definitely.
Well, the conversion is happening on February 1st, as you guys have been letting us know. But what should customers do to prepare for the conversion and to use their new cards?
Okay, so at this point, we are saying it's the final countdown right now. So we are encouraging all customers to please take note of their new account and card details and when they receive them. So, our customers will be required to update their employers and any subscription or bill services that they use, such as Netflix, Amazon, and so on, to avoid delays in payment on or after the conversion date. And especially their employers. The employers need to know what your new account number will be.
Well, so with the new debit card, tell us about how it will function. Will it function different?
Yes, of course, it will function differently. You will now be prompted to select your type of account, whether it's checking or saving when you're using your debit card. So you can continue to access your account in branch or at any ATM or point of sale terminal where the Visa logo is being displayed.
So, I mean, of course, we know people have come out and people would have already started collecting their cards. But you know how some people are, and life is busy. Sometimes you move. We had certain friends of ours who just moved into new apartments and stuff like that. What happens if someone, for some reason, can't find their New Republic bank card?
Well, all is not lost. Just contact your branch immediately and complete a lost card report, and you'll get a new card.
So what about if the card if I get a replacement card and it isn't functioning?
Okay, so if the card is not functioning, just contact your branch immediately and advise of the issue, and the branch will arrange a replacement card as well. It will definitely rectify that issue.
Well, I know for some customers, they would have had like life insurance as well as like critical insurance with their previous credit cards. People have to reapply for that to take effect, or does it pass on? What's the process there?
That's a good question. So the benefits where that is concerned, all customers who were enrolled in critical life protection at the time of conversion, they will automatically be enrolled in the balance cover insurance program. It's called balance cover insurance. So balance cover is an insurance coverage plan that covers the outstanding balance on your personal credit card by repaying or reducing your credit card debt in the case of death or disability. Critical illness will be covered under the balance cover product for credit cards.
So what about the daily withdrawal ATM limits? Some people have things that they try to get from the ATM because they don't want to go into the lines and stuff. Will that change?
So the daily withdrawal limits as follows. For the ATM, it's 4,000 EC dollars. And if you use a point of sale like a credit card machine at a supermarket or gas station or drugstore or whatever, it's 4,000 EC dollars as well. Online, for online purchases, it's also 4,000 EC dollars or its equivalent in whatever currency you're transacting.
Okay. Is it and it's possible to increase that daily limit if needs be based on business that you're having?
Well, those daily limits are set across the board. But if you have a challenge where you need to transact more on a particular day, just contact the branch and we'll provide some options for you.
Okay, awesome. Well, I mean, when we're talking about credit cards, one of the things that people try to be aware of are the interest rates. Are the interest rates changing with these new cards?
Yes, the interest rate will be changing, and we are asking customers to contact their branch if they have not received an email or any communication regarding those changes to the interest rate for their credit card accounts.
So what about the interest-free period now? Will that also change?
Yes, your interest-free period will be extended from 25 days, which is what it is now, to 50 days. So we'll double it. This means that you'll have a longer period of time to pay whatever outstanding credit card balances before interest is charged on that amount that you use.
Okay, cool. I like that, Jade.
Yeah, man. That sounds like vibes.
One of the things that Mr. Blake, that Jade is working on is being flown out, to different countries.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I don't know if you have any friends who are looking for some company of an amazing young woman.
Why are you trying to sell me in this interview?
But one of the questions would be, would the cards continue to work regionally as well as internationally?
Certainly, yeah, the cards, they will continue to be accepted locally, regionally, and internationally, wherever you see the MasterCard symbol.
Okay.
That's for the credit card, and Visa for the debit card.
Well, you know how some people are very last minute, they may roll over at 3 a.m. and have a question. Is there a 24-hour hotline?
Yes, there's a 24-hour hotline, and all to call the centers, they're available on standby to answer questions, specific conversion questions. They can be reached at 465-2265, or if you don't remember the number, 465 BANK, 465 bank. If you look on your keypad and you spell out bank, it will work out to 2265. So 465-2265.
All right, cool. Well, as a man, right, one thing that is a big selling point for me with the credit cards is the points and the rewards, the loyalty program. How is this transfer going to affect my the loyalty program and my rewards?
Yes, so you will continue to enjoy the same rewards as before. And these rewards include 4% cashback on all purchases at your grocery stores and gas station, 2% at the drugstores and pharmacies, 1% at all other merchants, and that's for the what is called the gold card. However, the rewards will now be awarded on a quarterly basis
Okay.
and reflected on your quarterly statement. Now, the AA Advantage MasterCard holders, they will continue to earn their AA Advantage miles for every $1 or equivalent spent on their card. So the miles will be reflected on their monthly statement.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, nice. Okay, well,
Michael get a ticket back.
I know, right? Time to fly again. But let's talk about balance cover. What is it, and is there a cost associated with it?
So the balance cover is an insurance coverage plan, as I was explaining before, that covers your outstanding balance on your personal credit card by paying or reducing your credit card balance or the debt that's outstanding in the case of death or disability. The monthly premium is US 52 cents per $100 US of the outstanding balance. So that's the cost. That's the premium that is being paid.
Okay, is this something that I have to like come into my branch to enroll for? Or am I automatically enrolled for balance cover?
So if a customer was already enrolled in the critical life protection at the time of conversion, they will automatically be enrolled in the balance cover insurance program. This takes over what was called the critical life protection.
Okay,
At the
nice.
same features. So contact your branch customers if you're already enrolled and have not received an email with the further details on this coverage.
So, what about critical illness coverage? Will Republic Bank's balance cover will they offer this as well?
Yeah, the critical illness, it will be covered under the balance cover product for credit cards. So it comes under that coverage.
All right. But I mean, there's been so much information put out this morning. Look, people, if you guys are listening and you are a Republic Bank customer,
Go get your card.
go get your card. Now is the time. Just remind the viewers and the listeners of where to go and what's the best way to collect your card.
Okay, so if someone just need to collect their debit card only, you don't even have to come in the branch. You can go to any one of our off sites. So we have on 4th Street, there between Flow and Domino's. You can go there, or at the Bird Rock branch, upstairs, the Rams complex at the back. They can go there to collect, or you can come into the branch to collect your card. Your credit card as well. You can come to the branch and collect your credit card. In fact, today we are open from 8 until 4 p.m. All branches, St. Kitts and Nevis, to help customers to come collect their cards, get their cash if they need to get their cash, before the weekend, where some of a lot of the services would be down, like the ATM services, and you can't use certain cards and whatnot. So we are open longer to the public. So we're encouraging customers, please, we're pleading to you, come get your card so you're not caught off guard.
All right, awesome, man. I mean, it's just been so great talking to you guys. And all these questions that we have, you guys seem to have the answers. I'm really looking forward to the conversion going as smoothly as possible for everyone. Hopefully everyone has the information now that they need and has gone out and collected their cards. And if you haven't, there's still time. So make sure you go out and get it.
Indeed.
Any final words before we depart?
We just finally want to, let the customers know if they haven't received their account numbers, it is important that they contact their branch to ensure that their payroll and other related transactions, such as loan payments, etc., are managed. And a list of our revised opening hours as a result of the conversion has been shared to our website, and it's captured there. So you go to our website and you will see, when we are open today, when we are open tomorrow, which day we are closed. We are closed on Monday to the general public. And when we will reopen for the times and what's not, it's important that our customers pay attention to these times on these dates so that they can continue to get their business going in a smooth fashion. You don't want to inconvenience anyone that much.
All right, man. Appreciate it so much. You taking the time out to come and just let us know exactly what's happening with this conversion process. It's right up. It's right on us.
Literally next week.
Literally next week. So appreciate you taking the time to come
Final
out
countdown.
again. Yeah, final countdown. Taking the time for to come out and just let us know exactly what is happening
And what to expect
And
with
what to
this new
expect.
conversion.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. I just want to let the public know we will get through this together, and it's for the better good.
All right, man. Appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right, man. Jade, well, who ain't got a card? Better go look for the card.
They're better, including us. Including us, friend. Anyway, we don't say we're going tomorrow. We're
We're going tomorrow.
Yeah. So, guys, go go and get your cards. But as in, what else you want to jump into just before we hit the half-hour break?
You want to talk about what really going on with the healthcare system in the world? You want to talk about that?
We could talk about that. We could talk about cricket.
Okay, well, let me talk about cricket. So we take the break and come back. Well, no, I mean, a long thing. What I really wanted to say was, I must say that I've been filled with a sense of pride.
Indeed.
Right? One, because with the under-19 World Cup cricket, we have some young local players.
Talented.
Yeah, I think we really should be proud of what they're doing, and the fact that they're able to represent us
On the big stage.
on the big stage so admirably.
man.
But talking about the big stage, and this is what I've been getting into. Jade, I have been looking at the games online, well, on television. Well, them think it's games, right? But the place look good, yeah.
What? But I'm telling you.
But me
listen,
know what them and sprinkle, me know what kind of filter them and put on them camera.
In the camera,
Jade,
the
no.
grounds is pristine.
Jade, the place look good, you hear what I'm saying?
It look good for sure.
But just the colors, everything. I look, this is ESPN now. We're talking about ESPN.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you know that there's super 4K.
We're talking about lenses, and I'm privy to this because, of course, this is kind of what I'm into. The lenses they're bringing in from like Singapore. Me ain't even playing. They're bringing in.
No, I'm laughing because I'm
cost
dead serious.
one cost $250,000 US. Hey, that's why when they bring up my equipment, nobody gonna tell me how much to charge.
No, 'cause they know how much it costs to get it.
You ain't understand why it is. Anyway, that's
a tangent.
But no, the place. I think the place looking good, man.
And in addition to
I
the
feel
fact
so
that
nice.
in addition to the fact that they're using super 4K cameras, I think our grounds when it comes to cricket has been some of the best taken care of grounds. Like you know how we often complain about.
The ground school been walking.
Man,
Been walking.
the grass look green, the pitch look pristine,
The place paint up.
everything look bright.
Yeah. No, it look good for sure. I ain't gonna tell you, like, as a matter of fact, I was at a particular place one day and the game was on and I was commenting to a friend of mine. I was like, yo, but the place look nice, you know.
So nice outside look. Trust me.
But no, what happened is somebody who was there was like, what do you mean? How nice the place? That Sinkets? Like they didn't even recognize
Wow.
that it was Warner Park.
That's crazy.
They had no idea. They had no idea that's Sinkets on ESPN.
Yeah, and I feel like we should have more of these tournaments hosted here. I mean, we have the grounds for it. It doesn't make sense for you to invest all this money into facilities and then the facilities are being used like twice a year. I feel like more things can be held on our grounds.
Well, I think one, I want to, of course, applaud the vision of the persons in the ministry, right?
Yes, big up Janelle one time.
Big up Janelle and big up the rest of the sports ministry because
Yes.
people just think these things will just happen.
No,
these things have to be negotiated for.
Yep.
These things, and then the as much as the minister might go out and negotiate and make this thing happen. Then execution.
Very important part of it.
Let me ask you something. You see what's going on when they're importing all these people from all these different countries to this one place? Who y'all think doing all them logistics and liaison?
Oh, trust me, there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes.
But there's people up in the sports department working late night.
Tirelessly.
Doing all kind of things here.
Indeed. But you were mentioning that you were proud of the performance that the West Indies, I think, which
Well, the West Indies cricket team, like the senior
Yes.
team. The senior
the
team.
senior team is doing very well. They're actually 2.
Pullard look good, I tell you.
Yeah, man. Right now they're holding out 2-1.
Yeah, Pullard that look good. And
Somebody said Jade got cricket going on here where I live in. Yes, friend.
the
whole
whole
tournament.
the whole under-19 cricket World Cup. The whole under-19 cricket World Cup.
is being held in Sakits currently. And the games are free, guys. The games are free. You just have to go on the website, request a ticket, and you're there. See how easy it is?
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, but we have to say we are very proud of the performance that the West Indies senior team
Yeah,
is
we'd abuse them
putting
when they
out.
do stupid
Yeah,
this, eh?
man.
We'd abuse them when they do
Of
stupid this.
course. We're partial. But when they're doing good, we have to give them their kudos. And they have the series now 2-1 to England.
Yep.
A lot of people don't have faith in the team. They don't feel like the team would have.
But I kind of understand why. But
'cause they've
guys, in spite of the fact that they may have given us reason to question, we have to support.
Indeed.
We have to support.
Indeed. We
Give
can't
them.
only support teams when they're doing good, when they're up. We have to be there for them when they're doing bad. We have to give them encouragement. You ever hear Kitishans encourage? Encourage anybody who plays sports?
Jade,
Oh my God.
I have only learned the meaning of the word encourage maybe about 6 months ago.
Boy.
Because I had never experienced it.
Let me tell you something. Another thing that I know I can do is play sports. Because as an athlete, right? Let's use, because we're talking about cricket. When we have games here, right? And people sitting in the stands, you know, the cricketers are around the boundaries. And they could hear you. I don't know how to keep the composure. Some of the things I've heard, kitishans and divisions and other people patronizing the games, say to these cricketers, right? I don't know how to keep the composure.
Jade?
It is quite hilarious, you know?
Jade, that is one of the skills that is so underrated. Being able to shut out or at least just manage the one it ain't only just heckling, you know. Because I hear a woman tell a fellow, well, let me just say she was shooting her shot.
Yeah, man.
During the game.
Listen, what better time? He's right there.
The man literally on the field trying to stop the ball from hitting the boundary.
And she shot.
The woman shooting, she shot.
Well, I can't wrong her. Have you seen the cricketers? Have you seen? Well, yeah, you ain't gonna see them how I see them, but you know. I understand.
Let's call quickly just
Yes,
before we
jump into the break. Okay.
Carla, good morning, live on Island T. What's up? Oh, that's that one. Somebody else coming up.
Okay, well, we have about 5 minutes before we jump into this break. Feel free to call back quickly if you want to.
But Jade, you don't think it's type of place where everything, like, really, the man literally.
When else she gonna get the time now, the place?
The man literally.
When else she gonna get the time out the place? Remember, Azim, you have to put it into context,
Okay,
right?
Right.
We're in the middle of a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
The cricketers aren't allowed out to mingle as they used to. Remember the cricketers before the pandemic, they used to be over the beaches, you know, patronizing different things.
Vibes and so.
Yeah, you could run into them in different places. Now, when they have the tournaments here, you ain't see them.
It's only if you're driving 100 miles an hour going across street, baby, next to them. Right. That might not be conducive. Yeah.
Exactly. So she has to take the opportunity when it is presented. And it is only presented at the park when they're playing.
Right. Oh, okay.
So context matters, friend.
It's just that when Pana putting on his pants in the morning, I don't think that's what he was thinking
It
about.
don't matter.
The comments where she was talking about the pants.
Listen, I don't see some cricketers who blush. As I don't see some cricketers blush, eh?
Wow.
No, trust me, they love the St. Kitts girls. They love the St. Kitts girls. And I mean, wait for Lisoya, because they are...
Them and Drake.
Yeah. They are beautiful women.
Oh, boy.
Jade, thirsty for the cricket. What?
Hey,
But Axman has been a different world, you know.
Oh boy. Yeah, but that's a real thing though, Jade. I have been blessed enough to travel.
And hold on, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Axman, in the words of Mac, so what?
So what?
So what?
So what? Indeed. But yeah, I've had the pleasure of traveling around to many different islands, and yes, the women of St. Kitts Nevis definitely
Top tier.
top tier. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T.
Man, good morning. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. How you been?
Yes, yeah, pretty good. Real specifically, I know you started talking about the under-19 tournament, and you started talking about the local players. Is there any way you have any stats that you can put out so we can know how the local players are doing in that tournament? And also, the Ministry of Sports, are they thinking about developing any type of cricket field in Nevis? You know, those are specific questions I have. And the debate that I understand that's going on right now is that they're bringing in these outside international games, but the locals are taking a hit, especially the footballers. You know, there was a debate on another station yesterday. Is there any way you guys want your callers to talk about that debate? Like they're shutting out the local sports, but yet still the international sports are coming in. All right, that's my contribution, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Thank you.
so one, we don't have the stats on the local cricketers. We probably could see if we could get them from somewhere. I don't know. What was the other one?
The other one was the cricket fields in Nevis.
We will have to direct that question to somebody.
Next time drip come back.
Yeah, that is above our pay grade. And three, the football situation, I'm not too sure what's happening there. I know that the last time I had any information, they were saying that the footballers have to be vaccinated in order for the tournaments to happen. I don't know if that's still the stance that they're taking.
The league at a standstill. I don't think any date has been thing. I think they feel like they're getting to a place where they might be able to work with the task force
Well,
to
I
be able
hope
to.
so.
Yeah, because the football kind of suffering right now.
Yeah,
But
kind of suffering it is because it's not happening, so
but-
it is suffering.
yeah, but at the same time, as much as I don't like to compare the two, like the international games, plus because it's a whole different
Set up,
logistically. Logistically, it's two different
there's
things.
bubbles, there's
These people in a
literal-
bubble. They ain't going nowhere. They only
They
deal
have
once
to
with
be
the people.
vaccinated, and I'm talking
and they
from
get
experience.
tested, and they get tested regularly. So
yes, so it's not just they play games and go home. They literally
yeah, it's a little different.
yeah.
A
So
little different.
even though we understand what you're saying, you can't really compare cricket to football
That's my
in that aspect.
that's my whole thing. The international games, the people I'm literally like isolated from.
Yeah, they can't go nowhere, man. Trust
Yeah.
me, I was there for a whole month. Couldn't leave the Marriott. so I'm telling you.
Marriott Park.
Boy, listen, and tested regularly.
Yeah, you get tested regularly.
So, yeah. But
Yeah.
hopefully they get to a place where they could figure out something.
I want to believe we get in there, man. And that's my thing. Like
We just have to, you know what, we'll just have a conversation with the football president, invite him in, and we're going to chat about some football and see where we at.
Like I said, I think they're making moves and preparation for the resumption of the league. But like I said, I have not heard of a date.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard of a date. Well, yeah. Hey, big up Burgers one time. And the Burgers must be aching by.
Bye.
Burgers ain't gonna football in.
Probably fiending by.
La 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 la.
Listen,
Hey, Burgers.
national
hey.
treasure.
National treasure. I got some real sports fans in St. Kitts.
Real sports legends, trust me. And speaking of, we're about to talk to one in about a few seconds. We'll just take a quick break and come back with the man himself, Mr. James Barman Hanley.
What?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
So
yeah,
stick
yeah,
and stare.
yeah,
We'll be
really.
right back.
Caribbean tourism is dead in the water and wholly dependent on what's next in the United States, Europe, and Canada.
Global cases have now passed 13 million just 5 days after we hit the 12 million mark.
In Jamaica, residents of the parish of Hanover are in shock over the brutal slaying of 6 family members on Thursday night.
Chauvin had his knee on Mr. Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in total.
It's too much. It's too...
The news does not always have to be about this. There's a lot of good news, good stories, good people, good ideas to talk about. So listen up on Thursdays to Only Good News with your host, Enoite Inanga, from 7 to 8 p.m. It's going to be only good news for 1 hour, where we will share good news from stories and people, locally, regionally, and all over the world. And there's more. You will get to hear from people telling their stories of success, breakthroughs, and perseverance as we feature a special guest each week. It's Only Good News, and it's happening this Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. right after the, regular news. Only Good News on WinFM 98.9 and winfm.com.
Find a way to spend your time in positivity.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. I'm Azem. This is Jade.
Yes.
And as we stated just before we went to the break, we have an icon.
An icon, yes. I was trying to figure out the words yesterday to use on the flyer. They were very difficult because I want people to understand the weight that he holds in the sports community and in the community overall.
Jade, since I small, I hear his man.
Me too. Listen, my brother used to play for him. I don't know if you know my brother is Akian. Yeah, so I know. I used to go to watch basketball. I remember I was a kid. I used to watch a lot of basketball.
Yeah, he wasn't going about your brother though, but okay.
Yes, I was.
But guys, we have in studio with us the man himself, James Barman Hanley. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Morning. Good morning to all in radio land and internet land who are in tune this program.
I just want to say it's a real pleasure to have you in the studio with us. And really appreciate you just taking the time to come out and hang out with us, man.
Well, once the time is there and I'm able, I'll come.
Well, we just really want to take some time and talk about you, because a lot of times we hear about persons, we interact with persons, and we don't actually know a lot about them outside of just whatever we build up in our minds, but how would you introduce yourself to people? Who is Barman?
A very simple individual. Well, let me see if I can give some history. I've been involved in community work since about 1974. I don't think none of you are around.
Well, as it was alive, but not me.
Yeah, I'm actually 786.
Yeah, he was.
1974, when there used to be a lot of community youth groups around, doing a lot of things for the love of it. Not like today, every time you ask someone to do something, they need money. So we had our group, Harmonized Youth Club, 1974, and we were involved in a lot of different community self-help projects. As a matter of fact, my involvement in basketball started around 1977, when I was involved in the building of the first self-help basketball facility at Dorset Park. It was Harmonites, Youth Club, Zero Nights, Higher Grounds, and there was another, I think, Industrious Youth Club. And it was a project funded by the government of St. Kitts Nevis, the British Development, and USAID. And we did that. We did a lot of work on that. I mean, it took quite a while to be done. And following the opening of the code in 1980, my group started a junior basketball program in 1980. And from there on, my involvement in the direct basketball started. I went out at the National League. I started doing some scoring and so forth and assisting. And at that time, the basketball was going through some real difficulties. I remember being asked by Pat Richards, who was then the secretary, to assist. And eventually I became president of the Basketball Association. And, you know, my whole involvement in the basketball just took off like that.
Okay, so this is interesting to me now, because you, okay, there are people who we associate with sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
And generally, the story starts from a passion at a young age, maybe playing the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your experience?
No. I've always been one to sort of assist with organizing. Like I told you, we had this youth group, and that time we were involved in a lot of stuff. I mean, we'll invite people to come and lecture to us, speak about various topics, and there's where my involvement. I played a bit, not to any sort of standard. Right. So the passion there, we built it, and at that time there was no avenue for the youngsters. So we started the very first junior basketball tournament at Dorset Park in 1980. So
your involvement in, as you know, as the year passed now, you've become synonymous with basketball in St. Kitts.
Yeah.
Right. And so you're telling me that started not out of a love so much for basketball itself, but for community and for youth development.
Community and youth development.
Okay.
I mean, I've been around, and I can tell you, I mean, my team, we have won a lot of championships, but that's not my greatest feeling. I like to see when fellas, players, youngsters succeed. So my greatest achievement really seen quite a number of players who have gotten scholarships and gone to further their life, you know, and make something out of it. Not that, yes, the championships are great. We have won 19 championships, my team. But,
I don't like how you're just casually just saying, yeah, I mean, we got 19.
19,
but, you know.
Yeah, but, you know, like I said, I like to see young people achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And if through basketball we're able to give some people scholarships, I like that, because, you know, poor people not going to be able to get the money easily to go on a scholarship. As a matter of fact, I was very pleasant last week, Monday, one of my former players who went on a scholarship, he came home a few days for his dad, and I said, but you know, I miss a lot of people, and he told me, I felt so good, he told me, listen, once I saw you, it was all right.
Yeah.
You know, you get that kind of, that kind of stuff. So that's really my love for it, for people.
Yeah, I mean, but you said that you would have worked your way up just from being involved in the association up to being, you know, even president of the association.
As a matter of fact, talking about working, I remember we started, the local association, we had a trust to get basketball in the regional scene. And I became, I think it was 1984. I became president, the first president of the Leeward Islands Basketball Association.
Wow.
In 1984, I mean, there was nothing happening in the sub-region. And we met, I remember we had our first meeting here, and then we went to Antigua, we trashed it out, we came with the constitution and so forth. So it runs deep.
Yeah, I mean, your involvement, I don't think anyone can question it. And I mean, over the years, we would have seen basketball become more and more popular, I would say. And I think maybe there's been some times when it's been higher, maybe a little lower.
Yes.
There's some ebbs and flows.
At the moment is not as high because a lot of different variables and so forth. But I believe once you can provide for the youngsters, right, like I said, they see an avenue there where they can progress, they'll come to it. I mean, the past couple of years have not been pretty good for the basketball, especially, I mean, a lot of players here, they gravitate towards having a competition. Because of the coronas for the past 2 years, we haven't had a completed league.
Right.
It's really, and I mean, players, they're coming at you all the time. When the league gonna finish? When the league gonna finish? But we are at the peril of the NEOC giving us the permission to
host games.
To host games. It's not been easy out there.
Wow. I could imagine, and the thing for me, I keep saying it even with music, that's the reason why we get involved in these things. People want to play, you want to perform, you want to. That is the love. That's where the passion comes from.
I mean, if you check social media, you see there's a lot of different small competitions playing outside the basketball. Every weekend there's something in Sandy Point. There's in Cairn, but in terms of the National League,
right?
We haven't been able to done that last year. Because of the surge and so forth, we stopped again, and from that we still have that league to complete.
Wow.
Well, besides Corona being a factor, what do you think the league is missing? What do you think the league needs in order for it to get to the level that maybe, let's say, not basketball, football and cricket is at? What do you think is missing?
Well, it's a level of commitment also. In the 70s and 80s, early 90s, you didn't have so much of distractions, right? Social media, fellas have their Nintendo, whatever they call it. And so forth. And players, you didn't have to ask players to come practice. Right. Fellas would finish, I live close to Dorset Park, and fellas would finish playing in the afternoon, they go home, bathe the skin, they come back and they play again. Right, you had that level of commitment. The other thing too, I don't think we've had a good takeoff in the schools basketball.
Yeah, I think that's a real weak point. Right. The inter-school basketball leagues is...
I can tell you, before you had coaches at the sports department, the schools league used to be the thing. Days where we got players from.
Yeah.
You had... Those days you had committed teachers, so to speak. And these teachers, they used to have their house matches. I mean, when you go up to Bastille High in the afternoon, you see fellas, people leaving town walk to come to see those house matches.
Yeah, man.
Right? And we need to get back into that sort of frame. It must be in the school, because youngsters, if you start them at an early age, it will take off. Because you don't force them to play basketball, cricket, or football. You give them the choice, and at that early age, they will gravitate to which one they like.
Yeah, I think part of the thing too that I recognize when it comes to sports in the schools is that at that age, when someone is athletic, they could play anything, they could do anything.
Anything
They're
they can
athletic.
do. Yeah.
And so they'll develop passions based on the experimentation with the different events and the different thing. But also, what I think puts us at a disadvantage when you don't have that, even persons with the natural talent, who they would not have had the amount of time and years on the court that some of the persons they're competing against would have had. And so you're at a disadvantage, even though you might have actual more talent.
Yes. And time is important, because, the more you play, I've seen players, I can tell you one player, Glenn Ghost Phillip, when, he one of, the top players in singing in his time, but I remember when he came to play with hitters, fellas used to abuse it, like, the fans and say, "What were you doing with he? Where you go, because he developed and be a top player."
Imagine that.
Ghost got a scholarship, and he went off, and to me, I'm speaking for James Hanley, to me, he's the most knowledgeable person in things in terms of actually coaching the basketball, teaching it. Right. He knows it, he break it down. And he does a good job. And this is what I like to see. I would like more players, those who have played the game before. You didn't have to go to college, but who played the game before to come back and assist. Because what is also lacking to is a lot of leadership. Because the teams, you can see the outstanding teams because they have a sort of base. But if we can get persons who played before coming back and assisting these clubs and so forth, because it's difficult for you to get a club this year and then next year it's not there. Somebody just decide, you know, yeah, and so forth. One of the trusts that the local association coming shortly is the 3-3 tournament, because that's going to be big, right? That I think the international body right now is looking at 3-3 tournaments because we may not I don't think we'll be able to go on the international level as a country in terms of the 5-5, but the 3-3, there's several different qualifying tournaments, right? And if we can get that going, right now there's some training going on with some of the players, there's some rules and so forth, and like I said, the international body, they're kind of gravitating towards that because you get more players exposed.
Right, exactly.
So very shortly, as soon as we get all this permission and support, you're going to see we're going to have street tournaments. That is what I mean. I was on a webinar with the president the other day, and you know the trust is towards the 3-3, well organized. I mean, good sponsorship and so forth. So things like that, you know, would then bring back people to the general basketball sports.
Yeah, I think it's important for us to really recognize that, because what I'm hearing is there's an actual strategy as to the direction in which we want to take basketball and move basketball forward. And so with that being the case, I mean, I really look forward to there being some positive outcomes out of that. I'm being competitive because what you're saying is, now that you've said it, it's like, it just seems so obvious.
Yeah, we want to get the sport competitive, because what would happen? You see, whenever you have these little tournaments and so forth, you get scouts coming out, and you know they would look for folks and so forth. And hey, let me tell you, if you have a tournament and you can get one person on a scholarship, that'll be great for me personally.
Right,
personally,
of course.
Because you know, like I say, I want to see young people progress, and you go with them because of your ability to play the sport. You know, he'll be able to go and knock his school, come with it also. Right. So that's another thing, you know, I've always preached to, even though we have a junior team, say, listen, stay in school. You have more time in school, more time out of school than in school. So you go to school, you try and you do your work and so forth. So when they call for you, I want Mr. X, you know, you have everything ready so you can move on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that is something that I think we need to highlight, the amount of opportunities that we have in basketball.
Let me tell you something, right? The other day, Tommy Farmer not Farmer players, but persons went out there, they called me because there was this coach. He was looking for some tall girls. Right? Some tall girls. You know, I'm looking around and can't see them because the coach, he told me that, listen, he'll train them. Yeah. Because there's a lot of scouts for females, especially too, you know.
Well, female basketball has been blowing up over the last few years.
Female, there's a lot of scope there for it.
Especially in college.
Especially in college, and I'm saying that once we get into the school and you get people liking the game and they play it, and because they always ask for video, right? The coach asks for video because sometimes you don't want to be biased and say, well, George is good. Send the video, and the coaches make their own assessment to it. You know, so a lot is there. I mean, not only in basketball, general sports, football, whatever, right? But we're saying that things must be put in place. We started from the school level, and we come up, and you go international level, and what's not, and it'll all be good.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what you're talking about in terms of the strategy, organizing some of these tournaments, I imagine a lot of that is kind of spearheaded by the local association.
Yes, the local association, as a matter of fact, 4 years ago, we had election is due this year for the association, but again, with all this thing, we don't know what will happen. And the association had some good plans. The first 2 years, we could have actually seen the basketball, the crowds were getting back, the competition, and you know, we're getting there, but then, bam, Corona. and everything just went their way. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I could, and I think a lot of things suffer in that fate. But with the government sports department and thing, do you believe that there is a prioritization of basketball within the sports department?
I wouldn't say there's a prioritization. My thing is that you have basketball coaches there at the sports department. No offense meant, but I don't think the program is such that the youngsters are seeing it. I've spoken to the new acting director, the director, Mrs. Morton, and tell them, listen, we need to have a structure. You have coaches out there, they need to go and do it. They don't want to do the work, well, let them go. Right? Because if you have plus in there, you're playing, they must go out there. I know one coach, who's been trying to develop his own individual acumen. Ansel Weaver, and he have done a lot of courses because you see we get these courses.
Ansel one time.
Yeah, we get these courses sent out, right? We've done a lot of virtual courses since the pandemic and so forth. And I've told them just be involved, just get the courses because they're recognized by the international body. Right. Exactly. And if you go and do it, as a matter of fact, we have I think 3 young ladies that did this course. The name don't come to mind right now, but their job was to go out and run programs for the youths. Right, female and male. I know the lady, Jaquita in Nevis, she already started a program, right, in sort of getting the youngsters ready. They send us balls and what's not. So when you get involved in these training programs, you'll get facilities, you'll get things. In the same thing I was speaking to you about the 3-and-3. They're willing to assist us with the equipment, balls, etc.
Okay. So the opportunities is there. We just need the structure, and the commitment from the people involved.
Not only that, we need committed people and management also. And I said, we know what in my mouth. It doesn't make sense that one come and say, they want to be men and the management are not working. It's not a paid job. So taking the position is not paid for. So you got to come with that intent that you want to do good. You want to assist people, and if you don't have that, just to say, just don't bother come.
Right. Simple. The time is fast running out, and we're gonna have to leave shortly. But one question that I know, if I don't ask this question, then I can't walk on the street. For years, people have been talking about a home for basketball. So what is needed, and how do we get it?
I believe it will enhance the product if we get an indoor facility.
For sure.
What is happening right over the years, when I was president of the association, you pay some money to advertise your games, promise your income. The radio station not giving you back your money. Yeah. They've done the job to advertise the game.
Yep.
Right? I believe we get an indoor facility. It will surely enhance the whole overall development of basketball. Because then, when a Saturday morning comes, you can have youth jamboree, youth tournaments all day.
Right.
Because, it's enclosed and it's out of the sun and so forth. So I really believe that, we definitely need. I don't know if I'll see one in my lifetime, but I hope we will, because, in speaking to the new minister about a year ago or so, he said that he wanted to definitely see that come true. So I'll hold him to that. I hope that, we will see. I know a lot of things have happened since that, right? With Corona and what's not. But if we get a facility, I can tell you, and if once I'm around, right, I am not as mobile as I used to be, but I'll assist. I don't have to be in the top, the head of it or whatnot, but my thing is to assist and see that, things happen.
Yeah, for sure. I think it is, I think it's way past Drew.
It's way past. Listen, I've seen several plans from several sports ministers like I told you, I'm involved in this thing since the 1980s. So, you know, I've passed through several different sports ministers. You know, we have had plans drawn and plans here and plans there. But nobody could draw a plan because a man could tell you want to paint the sky and you draw a plan to paint it, but this is how we're going to get it done.
Right, exactly.
Right, so we need to get that. If we get that going, I think it will all go well for the sport of basketball. Believe me, and I own for the day. You own for the day when, you know, I can see that facility, you know, out there. You know, whether it's government do it or it's funded by somewhere, but somebody have to take it and deal with it.
It's needed and it's overdue for sure. I totally agree.
Definitely needed.
I totally agree. And so we hope to see that happen. But I mean, Barman, it's been a real pleasure. Any last words you want to say before?
Well, you know, I told you about my something I'm gonna say about the community involvement. I mean, I've been involved in so much things. A lot of folks out there know that I was you see Miss Caribbean Teenage. I was the first chairman for that show.
Oh wow!
Right, that's
involved in pageant and stuff.
Yeah, man. I tell you, we needed another half an hour.
That's a long time. A lot of things I've been involved in. Right. I mean, I remember in the days of really community development, and so I've represented this country along with some other folks on a Commonwealth Youth Exchange program to England. You know, so I've been around. And you know, the country have been good to me in that sense, in terms of you know, I out there and you know, I always remember the time with Melvin Edwards and Bridgewater at the youth and sports department was then, you know, and they really helped because until you get a lot of training programs, leadership development. I mean, a lot of stuff. You know, I've been to Antigua and training courses and so forth. So I'm just giving back. You know, like I say, I'm not as mobile as I used to be, but I still have the knowledge.
For sure.
And I hope they give you your flowers while you're here. I hope they continue to realize that you were so necessary and influential in what we deem right now the culture, especially with the programs that you help to develop and push forward. So I really, really hope that they give you your flowers while you're here and not wait until the end.
Well, you know, like I said, my flowers is seeing people succeed, young people especially. You know, I want to live with that, you know. I like to see people succeed. I mean, I've put a lot of my personal things on the back burner and so forth, just in assisting people. I mean, even though I'm home not working currently and so forth, you know, I still want to see people. And any way I can help, I will at any time. It doesn't, you know, I am not out there looking for it to say, well, boy, we're going to pay this and pay that, because most of my life I've been community self-help thing and doing it for free. Labor of love.
Right. And I mean, I really hope that, you know, more of us look at your example and model it.
Yeah, we need that. Believe me. Another time comes up, but we need people who do things and you do it because you're committed. Commitment with a capital C.
Right.
I agree.
Right.
I agree. Couldn't say it any better.
And I could hear the passion in your speech, not only for basketball but just for community and youth development.
I'm telling you, because listen, again, I don't want to go with that, but sometimes you have youngsters coming around. You got to know them. You got to know their family, because you might be training a youngster. You don't know if you had a meal for the day.
Right, exactly.
You know, and some coach come run.
Right.
You got to know the family to know these youngsters living. It's a whole I don't. Anyway.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, man.
We definitely hope to have you back, because we have so much more to talk about.
Yeah, man. You know, anytime, once the time is there, you know, I'll always be available once the time is there.
All right, man. I appreciate it so much. But guys, there you have it. We had a great interview with James Barman and Hanley. But Jade, we have to go.
Yes.
Guys, stay tuned. Coming up next right here on We Media SKN is the monthly press conference for the Honorable Mark Brantley drip. So, of course, stay tuned for that. But guys, we're going to have to leave. We have to go. We have to disembark. We had a great day. Whether you join us on Facebook, YouTube, with Media SKN or on 98.9, we appreciate you so much.
Yes. But we got to go.
We got to go. So guys, remember, spend more time living your content than posting it, and you can't be everybody's cup of tea, because you is not a roach. See you guys.